Hi guys, welcome to Talking Balls with Bro and Joe. And I'm Casey, and on my right here we have Ariton.
Yeah, since I own this shindig, I can be on this podcast. Nobody's gonna tell me otherwise.
And on his right somewhere we have Anand.
Hi guys, been a Man United fan since I was like 7, for as long as I can remember.
And since we're all not all of us, I'm not, but since we have two United fans here, we're going to be talking about the Premier League. Then we're going to focus into Manchester United for a bit. Then we're going to talk about England in the Euros. So okay guys, when you talk about the Premier League, you're only going to focus on these two clubs, Leicester and Tottenham.
Okay.
So what was the question again? So who's gonna win the league?
Who's going to win the league, or who do you think is going to win the league?
Well, I think Leicester has a difficult round of games. They still have to play United at Old Trafford and also Chelsea. But all of us are rooting for Leicester. I think all of us.
Yes, we're all rooting for Leicester, but I think Tottenham's gonna get it here. Just because of the games that they have.
Who are they playing?
Well, I can't remember. But I mean, it's definitely better than Leicester's.
Well, I think it's in Leicester. I think they might just pull it off, lah.
They could, but
I have a feeling they will.
they have to get 7 points in the next 4 games.
Yeah.
With that draw against West Ham, that really hindered them. And on goal difference, they're not going to do it.
Okay, let's just disagree to disagree.
Yeah, but I just want to dig deeper into this a little bit. I don't really want to let it go just yet. But you look at Leicester. I mean, I think one of the main focal points as to why people think that their season is in doubt is because Jamie Vardy got sent off. But it's only 2 games, because plus the against John Moss.
Well, I don't. Jamie Vardy is not the only player that's pulling a lot of strings in Leicester. There's also Mahrez there and
Okazaki.
Drink water as well. You know, former United player from the United Academy. What else can I say? We produce great talent
that they sell off.
Yeah. Well, when Daniel Drinkwater started the United team, they had Paul Scholes and Roy Keane, and Michael Carrick was on fire at that time. How on earth are you going to break into that United team?
Don't forget Park Ji-sung.
Yeah, with Park Ji-sung, with Paul Scholes, the greatest English midfielder over the past 20 years of his generation. He
could very well be the greatest midfielder ever.
Speaking about the top 2 sides in the Premier League and not in the top 2 sides. What about Tottenham's last few games?
I think they've been pretty solid.
I mean, who are they going to play up against next Saturday? I mean, they wall up Stoke, but then again, recently someone else just wall up Stoke again 4-0, so everyone whacks Stoke.
You have to understand that putting more than a goal past Stoke City is a big deal in itself.
Okay.
How many games have Stoke lost 1-0? Stoke have been known to be a rock solid team, rock solid at the back. And for Tottenham to put 4 past them just shows that they are very creative, they are not afraid, and I think they have the drive to do it.
Well, usually Tottenham, when United play them, at least they're they were easy 3 points. I can say easy peasy 3 points. But after the mauling that we had at White Hart Lane, I can safely say that the court has been turned around. The ball has been turned around, and Spurs are forced to be reckoned with. They might not be world beaters on a European level, but on an English level at least, they are good to go. They are good to go, and I think there are leaps over heads over bounds over what United is right now, and yeah, I honestly think they might. Who knows? They might just finish as champions, but I think Leicester might just nick it.
I have to agree, but at the same time, I don't think that Leicester has the potential to beat teams like Man United and Chelsea. In comparison with what Spurs have to go up against, I think just Spurs have an easier ride to the 38th game.
Who are their last games again?
They're playing against West Brom next, Chelsea, Southampton, and Newcastle. Wow, they
have 2 tough games there, Chelsea and Southampton.
Well, I don't really consider Chelsea a tough game anymore.
But with all due respect, what happened to Liverpool and Newcastle? I think that Newcastle could give them a bit of trouble, because when you're talking about a relegation side fighting for survival, they can just claw your face. I mean, look at what Sunderland did a couple of seasons back, you know. We are kind of all hoping that Leicester takes it, but
Well, it's a kind of romantic thing because this time last season they were like fighting
zone,
relegation, man.
Yeah.
And also think like Kasper Schmeichel, he will be the first father and son to win the Premier League trophy. How cool is that, man? Peter Schmeichel for United and Kasper Schmeichel for Leicester.
Yeah,
How
I mean,
cool is that?
yeah, it's a fairy tale story, lah.
Yeah, and looking at Kasper Schmeichel, he was playing in Division 1, Division 2 after City let him go, and suddenly to be playing for a team that is top of the Premier League and about to win the Premier League title. I really do hope that, you know, I'll obviously I wouldn't want them to beat United at Old Trafford.
I hope they do.
I will never bet against my football team, but I really do hope either that game they win the rest of their games.
Beat them at Old Trafford as well. Okay, but going back to Schmeichel, and this is where we talk about your favorite subject in the world, Manchester United.
Yeah.
What the hell is going wrong with Manchester United right now?
Maybe you can explain.
I honestly don't think that.
But
in my
wait,
opinion,
just before I begin.
Huh?
Okay, I acknowledge that right now you guys are in a better position compared to Liverpool, Chelsea and stuff like that. But just from my point of view, because I also follow some of the Manchester United games, I find that even though you get the results sometimes, the 1-0s or whatever, and Sir Alex Ferguson also had his 1-0 games, but the games right now are abysmal to watch, from a neutral's perspective especially.
Well, United we built our football history, our football charisma on playing entertaining football. That's what Manchester United is. No, we have a brand of football that we play, and with Louis van Gaal, it's trying to change the philosophy. God knows what his philosophy is. I'm still dumbfounded on what his philosophy is.
Pack the bus.
Looking at it right now, I think it's safe to say like United is turning into Arsenal.
That's a
we
good
win
point.
the FA Cup, finish 4th, hooray! Because
I doubt the fourth spot they go so.
Manchester United, we are a team that should be up there with the Barcelonas, with the Real Madrid, because we are a premier football brand. We cannot finish 4th and say it was a good season, we made it to Europe. No, we should be challenging for the top prize. But looking at it like what pisses me off about what Louis van Gaal has been doing is like, oh, the expectation is too high. But when Ferguson was there, expectations needs to be high. You know, we strive to be the greatest. You know, when the last time we won the league in 2013, I can safely say that wasn't our greatest team. That wasn't our best team on paper.
that team was nowhere close to championship
Yeah,
material.
yeah,
The only
but-
reason we won that league was because Ferguson was in charge.
Yeah, Ferguson was in charge, and we had Robin van Persie as
Right.
well lah.
But that team was nowhere near championship material.
Yeah, and whatever it is, at that time I can say lah, Ferguson was in charge. He set the expectations, alright. He knew that United, he always knew that United didn't have the greatest of teams on paper, but he always make do with what he had. But with Louis van Gaal right now, what really irks my bones to a core is that, oh, you shouldn't expect United to play beautiful football. Things have changed. Like, no, fuck you lah, Van Gaal.
I agree though. I have to agree with Van Gaal though for a bit.
Yeah.
Because I know that when he first came in, he tried to play a 3-4-3, a weird formation. He tried to change philosophies, and that didn't work. But then recently we've seen him adapt to Man United as much as Man United have to adapt to
But
him.
looking at it, do we have any wingers in the team?
Do we? I mean, yeah, we have Valencia.
Well, I wouldn't call
We have
Valencia world
we have-
class.
No, but we have Lindegaard, who's been playing as a winger, sort of.
Well, the thing is, United has their own style of football. We have our own brand of football over the years. And maybe because we were spoiled with that
we
kind
were
of
accustomed to
football.
watching Sir Alex pull things out of his ass.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, we
Fergie time. We've been accustomed to watching Ferguson pull out miracles.
Okay,
But
now-
Louis van Gaal is not Ferguson, and we have to give him the time. Like when Ferguson first started, he had 6 years, almost getting relegated. He had
Yeah.
6 years time. We need to give Van Gaal some time to make sure the players are accustomed to him. Make sure
I would
he's
not,
accustomed
I
to
would
Man
not
United.
fire him if I was Ed Woodward or the Manchester United. I would not fire him, but he kind of needs to listen to the fans a bit. He needs to be like, for instance, at least show a bit more care towards the team and not make stupid statements like we shouldn't be setting expectations too high. No, man, expectations need to be high. We are Manchester United.
Right, but at the same time, I understand his point there, because Ferguson had 26 years in charge. Van Gaal had like so little. He
Yeah,
had
I
so
get your
little
point,
time.
lah. I get your point, lah. But I still do feel like he made a bit of errors selling off a few players.
Chicharito
Is one
definitely.
of them. Maybe we still could have used Nani.
Danny Welbeck.
Danny Welbeck. Nah, I was never a fan of Danny Welbeck. Even though he's a Manchester-born lad, I was probably never a fan because he's the poor man's Ediko, I call him.
Okay, speaking about Manchester United forwards, actually one thing that I really wanted to bring up is this. He's been there and talking about Sir Alex Ferguson pulling things out of his ass. One thing that he pulled out really well out of his ass was Wayne Rooney. Back then when he just came in from Everton, he was sensational fucking no.
Yeah.
But the problem is right now, I think that he's gotten kind of like Steven Gerrard in his last season. Lots of mistakes, very error prone, and he's just he can't keep up with the pace of the game as much as he used to anymore. So the question I wanted to ask is is Wayne Rooney still relevant in Manchester United?
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't just think he's relevant. I think he's important. He's essential to that team.
Yeah.
And you're looking at it like you're comparing Wayne Rooney of today to the Wayne Rooney of years past.
Yeah.
And right now he's a completely different player.
Yeah.
He's not the same player anymore. He shouldn't be compared to what he was before. Right now he's moving back. He's playing he's more of a Paul Scholes kind of player. He's pulling the strings. Last night's game against Everton, he was good. Fellaini was on fire, but that was because Rooney was solid. And his long balls, his through balls were on point.
Okay, but we evaluate strikers on their ability to score. So would you evaluate Wayne Rooney's ability
I would
based
not-
on his? And just want to add to this, he's played 12 games in this year, 12 games, and he's scored 7 goals. Is that enough?
Well, probably will not put him as a striker anymore,
Yeah.
because judging from at the time of recording, the FA Cup semi-final was last night.
Yeah.
With him playing in midfield, I can safely say that maybe he's found his position. Sometimes when players, when they reach a certain age, okay, granted the fact he doesn't have the pace that he used to have anymore. I think everyone can agree that he's gotten a bit slow. It comes with age, I can say. Messi and Ronaldo will get there. Trust me, they will get there.
No, I think that he doesn't need the pace with the play style he's playing right
Yeah.
now. And I don't think we should be judging him, comparing him to a striker, because he is not a striker right now.
Yeah, I think there's more towards his game than just scoring goals. He has ability to create as well. Like when you look at the season 2006 to 2009 when Ronaldo and Rooney was there, who scored the goals? Ronaldo. Majority of the goals Ronaldo. But the one that was creating it for him, a majority of the time, if you go back and look to the videos, Rooney was pulling a lot of strings for him.
Right.
Yeah.
Rooney has always scored in bursts.
Yeah.
He's not consistent throughout the whole season. He's always scored in bursts.
Yeah, but that said, he's an intelligent player. We still need him, and it's like a talisman. I can put it this way. Like maybe he's not towards the Cantona figure,
Yeah.
but when Wayne Rooney puts on the shirt, I think that the younger players around has the extra belief because it is Wayne Rooney. He's one of the biggest names in English football. He's the England captain. He's the Manchester United captain. He's won loads of trophies. And yeah, he brings that certain amount of aura to the Manchester United team, I feel. And maybe going forward to next season, maybe this is his role. He can play like the Pirlo role.
Yes.
I feel the Pirlo role, the
Paul
Roy,
Scholes role,
the
yeah.
Paul Scholes, Roy Keane role, or the kind of thing. The sitting in the midfield, passing the balls here and there, making the plays and whatnot. He will. Yeah, I think going forward that's his role from now on. And we just put Rashford, and I don't know whether Martial is going to stick on the left, but I think he's more suited up front. But with Rashford and Martial up front, with Rooney behind them, God knows. Okay, like here's the thing also about that I don't know where to put Herrera and Mata now.
Okay, but one of the things is actually when I was asking at first about Wayne Rooney, I mean I did say that he's pretty old, and I think that I equate him to Steven Gerrard in his last few seasons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wasn't as sharp and stuff like that. I think that you guys agree to a certain extent. But when I was looking at the stats actually, and when I said that in how many games again, it was 12 games, Rooney scored 7 goals. Now this isn't actually a bad stat, because when you look at Daniel Sturridge, decent striker at least, 15 games, 6 goals. Aguero 23 games, 18 goals. Vardy 16 games, 7 goals, and Harry Kane 21 games, 14 goals. But when you look at Martial, 22 games, 6 goals. And Memphis Depay, 17 games, 2 goals.
They are young. Look, okay, when you watch the games, no one feels that Martial is not doing anything.
Yeah.
Okay, he's taking the ball, he's running at defenders, he's creating chances.
Yeah, and
So
look at it.
yeah,
look at
he's
it this,
new.
Yeah, look at it this
And-
way. So most of the time, where is he playing? On the left
Right,
wing.
he's playing on the left.
And another thing is this, like Martial is alright, but like nobody talks about this guy from Arsenal, Iwobi. He's almost assisting or scoring in every game.
Well, maybe it's because the price tag that was on Martial. That's why. And also to a fact, you have to agree with me on this. It is Manchester United. Manchester United players always get spotlight, even more. It's like Real Madrid. It's like Barcelona. It's like all these elite clubs. When you buy a player for that amount, and when they are that young as well, the spotlight will always be on them. Like like the player that you mentioned just now. Granted, it is Arsenal. It's one of the big clubs, but it's not Manchester United. We're talking about a Manchester United player, and one of the biggest club in the world, if not the biggest club in the world. The spotlight will guarantee be on him, and everyone will nitpick and at certain things that this player does. Correct me if I'm
But
wrong.
in my opinion, I watch Martial play, and I think he's doing great.
Yeah.
He's creating chances, he's running at defenders, he's fearless, he's doing great.
Yeah.
It's just that he's not putting ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
And that will come with experience and time.
But what about Depay?
Well, okay lah. I can put this Depay in the same category of maybe Evra and Vidic when they first joined. The first season was diabolical.
Yes.
Oh my god, they were bad. But Depay, I'll give him a season. Maybe okay. Playing for PSV and playing for Manchester United is totally different things
ball
lah.
game.
That's
It's
what
a
they
totally
always
different
say. That's
different
what they
ball game lah.
always say.
It's okay lah. No disrespect to PSV, they've given us
No, you should
a
look
lot
at-
of good players.
The opponents he was playing against when he was playing at PSV,
Yeah,
and the opponents
exactly.
he's playing against when he's playing in the Premier League. You know,
Yeah, that's the point I was making as well. And I think we need to give the boy, because he's 21 years old. In fact, he came with a huge price tag. He was given the number 7 shirt from Manchester United. The number 7.
those are big shoes to
That's
fill,
a really big shoes to fill. How many players have
mean,
crumbled since Ronaldo left?
Okay.
There's so much scrutiny on Depay because of his
Yeah.
price tag and because of the fact that he's at Man United.
Yeah, and also
But-
the fact that he's a winger as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and United. Yeah,
It's like people are comparing him. Oh, he's the next Ronaldo. He's the next Ronaldo.
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
it's-
So
it's-
he has a lot of pressure on
yeah,
him.
it's unfair to. Okay, I Ronaldo when he was 21 in United, probably he wasn't the finished article yet, but he was almost there. But Depay, I don't think we should put him in that bracket just yet because he was never playing at the same level that Ronaldo was since he was 18. I think just give him like maybe a
Another
season.
thing you have to understand is that when Ronaldo went to Man United, he had a rock solid team around him.
Yeah, exactly,
He
man.
had the liberty because
Yeah.
he had a well-established, rock-solid team around him.
Yeah.
Whereas Depay, he's an integral part of a team which
Whereas-
is still growing.
Yeah, it's still growing.
You know, and
yeah.
he's not. He cannot like 100% depend on his teammates to
Yeah.
protect him like what Ronaldo got.
Yeah,
You know, Ronaldo got rock solid protection.
Ronaldo had Paul Scholes, Roy Keane, Ryan Giggs, Gary Neville.
Right, he was
shouting at him,
Yeah.
shouting.
He could. Yeah, he had. If he messed up, people behind him had it under control. They had him covered.
Yeah, I remember once when his Ronaldo's first season at United, Roy Keane had the ball, and I think Ronaldo wanted to overlap, and Roy Keane said, "Don't run, because if I pass you the ball, you'll be caught offside." And I think Roy Keane wanted to give him a bollocking after that. Just pass Ronaldo the ball, pop offside, and Roy Keane gave Ronaldo the bollocking of his life after that And you know that builds character towards Ronaldo, and look where he is now. And
Yeah, he had people to guide him on the field and off
Yeah.
the field. Memphis Depay, he doesn't have a team he doesn't have people like Roy Keane, Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs behind him.
Looking at it,
to count on them.
looking at this current United squad, with the proper guidance and also the age ratio in the team, so it's pretty young. You know, Lingard, you're talking about Lingard who's 23. You're talking about Martial who's 19, Rashford who's 18, Depay who's 21. What's his name? Dele Blind who's 24. The team is pretty young. De Gea who's only 22. So, this team is almost there. I can say if Van Gaal, okay De Gea might leave Let's not kid ourselves. He might just leave You know, all these Spanish players, all of them want to play for Real fucking Madrid. But if United keeps this core of players, I think with the proper talisman, with Wayne Rooney down there pulling the strings, to being the general outfield, we might just see a United team that can actually do something with this.
Okay, going back to Wayne Rooney again, before we went on a Memphis Depay smashing spree. You're talking about a player that's 30 years old and a player that's played for Manchester United practically almost his whole life.
Yeah.
But if let's say Van Gaal, for some odd reason, wanted to sell him off, how much do you think he's worth? Because, for example, Liverpool has had a terrible history of overpaying for strikers. We paid 35 for Andy Carroll, and we paid if I'm not mistaken, 32.5 for Christian Benteke for all his worth. So, let's be honest, how much is Wayne Rooney worth?
I would say right at the 30 mark.
And to add to that, how much is Wayne Rooney worth right now, and what club would suit him? Who would
Okay,
pay
so
that money
if you were
for
to
him?
sell Rooney, okay, the thing is he's worth a lot more at Manchester United than he would be elsewhere. Because he's the captain. People look up to him. He's guiding them on the field. But when he moves to a new club, he's just a veteran coming in.
So how much is he worth?
According to Football Manager,
No.
it's 25 million.
Yeah,
but
I would say around 25 to 30 million.
25 to
That's
30
fair
million,
price,
but
30
I don't
million.
think. I think it's a bit of a dumb question, but because really we cannot Rooney. The only way out of United for Wayne Rooney because I don't think other teams like the big teams that's the same stature Manchester United, like the Barcelonas, Real Madrid, the Bayern Munichs, will use him
Will he be even effective in, let's say, a club like PSG?
No.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't.
Definitely not.
Yeah, but
Because Wayne Rooney is this effective only in Manchester United.
yeah.
Just because of his history and what he can
Because
give
there's
to the
also
team.
if I'm not mistaken, Totti.
Yes.
He's now there's rumours that he might join another club, and we might not know how well he plays in another.
Well, the only way is down for Totti already. If he leaves, where can he go? MLS?
Yeah. Do you think Wayne Rooney will
Yeah.
join MLS?
Wayne Rooney would do good in the MLS just
Yeah.
because the standard difference.
The standards are down. The Chinese league wanted to sign him for God knows how much amount of money.
Too much.
But come on it's Wayne Rooney it's a step down if you did it because I think Beckham. If you ask Beckham these days, I think he there is amount of regret of him going to LA Galaxy, where he still had a lot to offer. Like Steven Gerrard, he came of that age, but with Beckham at that time he went a bit too early.
went a bit too early,
I think David Beckham left Premier League way too early.
Well,
that's the history between Real Madrid and Man United. Right?
Yeah.
They just take all our players.
yeah. Exactly.
Well, you take all PSG players, they go and take all your players after that. Circle of life.
I have a certain amount of disdain for Real Madrid.
Yeah, it started with what? Van Nistelrooy,
Edward
Gabby
Henderson.
Heinze.
Yeah, Heinze can go lah. I've ever since Angel Di Maria, I decided to hate all Argentinians.
Okay, but going back to Wayne Rooney again, last one. We mentioned Wayne Rooney and we got Euros coming up. And when we talk about Euros, your out and out strikers are definitely either Harry Kane or Jamie Vardy or both of them at the same time.
yeah.
Would you even consider Wayne Rooney up front?
Yes. No, not up front.
not
He's
up
not
front,
a striker
not up
anymore.
front, not up front.
He's not a striker anymore.
Look, it wouldn't be fair to Harry Kane and Jamie Vardy as well because they are on fire this season. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, Wayne Rooney is the captain. So where will they put him? Probably in the number 10 role. Probably in the midfield.
Who else would play the number 10 if not him?
No one.
No one.
No one.
No one.
I mean, in
that
England
role
right now.
That role in England is tailor-made for Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, it is.
That is his role. He's
Yeah.
not a striker anymore. You don't expect him to go up front and
No,
score
but
goals.
are there any other players who can play number 10 in England right now?
Well, okay lah. Jack
Okay.
Wilshere when he's healthy.
But then again, he's probably at this
He's
point
probably injured. He's probably injured. I can't remember the last time Jack Wilshere had a good amount of games, man.
Yeah.
That's probably a
Adam
that's the
Lallana?
problem. Lallana.
Look, Lallana, Rooney.
Yeah, Lallana.
that's
okay.
coming from a
No,
perspective of
Lallana,
Man U. Man U.
Lallana is pretty decent. Lallana is pretty decent, but I've seen Lallana play, especially during England games. Lallana is like Henderson a bit
Yeah,
and sadly
I
both
agree,
them
I
play for the
agree.
same club And Henderson, I really feel sorry for Henderson because I was really rooting for him at one point Henderson, and I was quite.
Before he joined or after he joined?
No, after he joined Liverpool, when he took over the captaincy of Liverpool.
I don't think that he's still a
Yeah, I think it overwhelmed Henderson. Because at one point where Henderson and Tom Cleverley, where everyone remembers Tom Cleverley was coming up, everyone looked at Tom Cleverley as the next Paul Scholes, and Henderson was the backup. All that kind
Don't
of.
forget John Joe Shelby.
Exactly.
Shelby.
I think Liverpool really dropped the ball with him.
Yeah.
He was tailor-made. He was going to be the next
But
captain.
we can even look at Dele Ali, man. Oh my god, that boy has been a revelation this season, man.
So can Dele Ali play the number 10?
Probably.
He can.
Yeah, probably.
He can. But
Because we are looking at a very young squad. So
Yes.
do you want to put a young
that
captain,
is why
or
you
do
need.
you want to put an old?
That is why you need Wayne Rooney there, because it's
Yeah.
a young squad.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
no one. You need someone to guide you, someone experienced.
Yeah.
The squad is so young that it needs Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, someone with that amount of aura around
Yeah.
them, and he's the captain lah. So
He's experienced. He's the captain. You need the captain on the
well,
field.
England will not win the Euros, so let's not kid ourselves lah. We will not win the Euros lah. But who knows, the quarterfinals, they might just make it to the quarterfinals lah. Because I think this squad is much better. It's a much better squad than what England had in the World Cup. Because the World Cup was shocking, man, shocking. We all knew England was done for when they drew France and Italy lah. Come on lah. But maybe this one, maybe the quarters will do lah. The quarters will do for England. Vardy and Harry Kane must start, and build a team around Wayne Rooney to suit not to suit Wayne Rooney, but he still needs to be there lah.
The captain needs to be on the field.
Yeah.
You need your captain on the field.
How many more years do you think?
How many more years?
Do you think he has in England and then in Manchester
Okay,
United?
judging by if he were to continue playing in this position,
He could go
5 years.
5 years. Yeah.
5
5
years.
I would say
he
around
will have the Pirlo effect lah.
Yeah.
He'll have the Pirlo effect.
But at the same time, in England, not 5 years. Maybe until the next World Cup.
Yeah.
Maybe.
yeah.
You think he should still be in the next World
It
Cup?
depends. At this rate, if he's going to play in a Paul Scholes role, then yes, he could be at the next World Cup. But at Manchester United, he could go longer.
Yeah, 5 years. No longer a striker. I would not expect
no
him to
longer a
bag
striker,
20 odd goals per season. You know, granted the fact that he's the second place and top goal scoring record for United, and he's England's top goal scorer. But I don't think he's that player anymore lah. And it kind of hurts me as well lah, when you look at YouTube videos when Wayne Rooney playing goals left, right. And it,
No, but we have precedent to this. You look at
Yeah.
Ryan Giggs when he first started.
Yeah, and
he
also-
was
yeah.
on fire. But at the end, he put in 2 goals a season,
yeah.
and he was still integral to the team
Yeah, he's
just
still
because of who he is.
Yeah, and it's also like Paul Scholes. He was the box-to-box midfielder
Yes.
at one point, and when he lost his pace a bit, he became the one that dictated the
Yes.
pace and everything. And I think Rooney will be that player, lah. That player. Alright.
Okay, so that's what we think, and with our panel of Mamak experts. So let us know what you think, and subscribe to us if you like more content like this, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Alright.